Poor nations in South Asia, Southeast Asia, and Africa stand at the cusp of going dark this winter. It's highly unlikely that they will have enough energy supplies at their disposal to survive upcoming winters. And the reason for this imminent chaos is none other than the European Union. So, first off, let us understand how Europe is setting the stage for a massive energy shortage across the world in the upcoming months. Before the Russia Ukraine war, Europe was sourcing most of its gas from Russia. While nations like India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Thailand were buying gas from spot markets, mainly from Arab sellers or the US, under the spot market system, the goods traded are immediately delivered with no future commitments. Therefore, supplies are often directed to nations making the highest bids. Now, the problem started when Europe put sanctions on Russia in the aftermath of the Russia-Ukraine war. Europe deliberately put Russian supplies off and turned to spot markets for meeting its gas needs. Banking on skyrocketing gas prices in Europe, nations that used to sell LNG to poor nations started delivering their supplies to European nations to earn more revenue for their same supplies. Now look at this map. Before the Ukraine war, Europe was expected to import 50 million tons of LNG every year by 2025. Now, Europe is expected to import 120 million tons of LNG annually from spot markets during the same period. This is being done at the expense of emerging nations. For example, see this map. There is literally not even a single LNG seller willing to sell gas to Pakistan. The reason is simple, they don't need to. Even India failed to secure LNG supplies for the year 2025 as it did not get a suitable partner. The same is the case with Bangladesh and Thailand. They wanted LNG sellers to make supply commitments for the year 2026 but still failed in their efforts. It is obvious that without Russian gas flowing to Europe, the global gas market will stay tight. Emerging nations in South Asia and Southeast Asia will have to pay higher bills and struggle to secure gas supplies at the spot market. Now that is where Russia enters the picture. While Europe and West may have abundant Russian energy, Asian markets are well ready to fill the void, simply because they don't have other options. Qataris and American companies are only focusing on maximizing their profits by selling gas exclusively to Europe. On the other hand, Russia is offering its LNG at a steep discount. Pakistan, India, and China all have hinted at increasing LNG imports from Russia in the coming months and years. Speaking of Southeast Asia, Thailand has already rolled out the red carpet for Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Arabia's crown prince, in the upcoming Asia Pacific Summit, which Joe Biden has chosen to skip. Since May this year, Saudi Arabia has increased its oil exports to Thailand and other nations in the region. Saudi Arabia is interested in setting up a crude oil shortage hub for Southeast and East Asia after the APEC summit. So, in the ongoing energy war between the West and Russia, the most vulnerable nations have been left to fend for themselves. But that will only create differences between emerging markets and the West and push Russia closer to Asia.
India's World, telling the right side of the story.